Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 17 Draft Champions game. Today we have our third and final game of group play for the Madden YouTuber tournament, and our opponent is RBT aka Samuel Brown as he rushes with LaDainian Tomlinson and actually going to lose a couple of yards on that rush. This game today will decide whether someone goes home or moves on to the round of 16 in the tournament. But it actually has nothing to do with us. We went 2-0 our first two games against Bengal and TechRaj Gaming, and because of that and everything else that's happened in our group as Kirk Cousins gets hit as he tries to release the ball, we were already clinched advancing. And two people from each group advance, and what this game actually decides is whether RBT or TechRaj Gaming advances. And the way it works is we get the interception with Vic Beasley, and technically an interception, and technically a pick six all the way back to the crib. That's not good for RBT as we somehow make that PAT look like we missed it. So what I was trying to explain is that if RBT wins this game, he advances to the next round. But if he loses, TechRaj Gaming is the second person from our group to advance. So even though I already know that I have nothing to play for, there's still a way we can affect the tournament outcome by playing this game. There's no pressure on me at all. I really have nothing to play for. I've already moved on. You know, I'm just here to have fun or whatever. But at the same time, as we get that sack with Darnell Dockett, bringing up a 3rd down 20, I don't want to affect the outcome of the game or the tournament, I mean, by not trying as hard as that's actually going to be a catch by LaDainian Thompson. I have no idea how. But yeah, I don't want to affect the tournament by not trying as hard in this game as I did against Tech or Bengal and, you know, maybe costing Tech a spot because of that, because I was goofing around this game. So what I'm basically doing in this game is, you know, I'm just gonna play Madden, just try out some stuff, have some fun, and, you know, win this game, hopefully. If not, you know, it's whatever, because there's no pressure on us. But I'm just gonna play the same way I did in all the other games, you know, just trying to enjoy the game and all that. As we bring up a 4th down and 5, and that was a big one right there early on in this game. You know, he's ready down 7-0. If he turns that ball over, we get a possession there, and then keep in mind we get ball coming out of half. So this game could have avalanched pretty quickly on him, but instead he gets a nice drive going here as he's fighting on that fullback dive, bringing up a 3rd down and 1. He's passing and getting the 1st down to Anquan Bolden, and it's actually the tight end version of Anquan Bolden, out of position. So something to keep in mind as this game goes on as he goes to LaDainian Tomlinson. He definitely tried to get LT involved as much as possible in this game as he's got nothing on 2nd and 12. Pressure coming up, and it takes him down for a loss of a ton. Pernell McPhee with the sack. Now 3rd down and 22. A sack again, this time for Vic Beasley, who's all over the field all throughout this tournament. Vic Beasley's been great for us as Keenan Allen on 4th down and 33. He punts the ball to Allen after not really having much of a choice. So now our offense actually sees the field for the first time all game as we dump it down to Austin Safarian Jenkins. He gets the catch, bringing up a 2nd down and 2, just, you know, playing smart right there. We got a lot of time. He's not really getting much of a pass rush, and we go across the field and find a man. But unfortunately, even though he's wide open, he stepped out of bounds for whatever reason before we threw him the ball. So that's a penalty, and it's 3rd down 2 instead of a new set of downs. Though on the next play, we find Keenan Allen, but once again our receiver lets us down because now he drops the ball as we go for a fake, trying to do a little shovel, and it did not work. Now that's just me, you know, we already know that we moved on to this tournament, so I was like, you know what, why not? Let's just try it out. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work. Maybe it does. I tried to, you know, earlier and it worked in a franchise game, so I was like, let me see if this works, and it didn't, so it's whatever. We just got to get a stop here in the red zone, and I'll feel okay about it. And even if we don't, we do get ball coming out of half as Tomlinson is trying to make sure that RBT gets a touchdown right here as he calls his first timeout. 22 seconds left. Back to LT, but LT goes nowhere once again. He's going to have to pass the ball with Cousins if he wants to get a touchdown on 3rd and goal. He's looking to do that. He's got some time. Oh, but an errant throw, and it looked like he was trying to hit the slant right there. I have no idea what happened. Some like major pass interference nonsense happened right there, and I don't even know if it would have been completed if it was thrown because we were kind of there as we returned this ball with Keenan Allen right before half, trying to make something happen with 1 second left. Not much does happen, so we're just going to run the ball with Ajayi, and Ajayi just going to get a gain of a couple. And now we're coming up halftime. We get the ball, and once again, keep in mind, we barely actually had the ball in this entire game on offense, and the only time we did, you know, I felt like we had 2 good plays that were both negated by, you know, wide receiver errors. So, you know, we'll just come out of this game and just trying to get into a rhythm right here. Gotta get 1 touchdown to really feel good about ourselves. On 2nd down and 7, though, we're under pressure and taken down to the ground. Palmer throws it in completion. 3rd down and 7. We go outside to Mike Evans, and that time, that's what we need our receivers to do. Nice catch and bounce, both feet in. Next play, going deep for Keenan Allen, and he's got the catch, breaks the tackle, and Keenan Allen touchdown. big plays helping us out. Last game we played, the big play. Oh my gosh, we're gonna miss the. Oh my god, I can't kick in this game anymore. We missed the PAT, so we're actually up 10 instead of 11, which does help Tech or RBT. We got the wrong opponent here because that means RBT can kick a field goal and get a touchdown to tie the game up rather than needing 2 touchdowns. But yeah, the last game we played against Tech, I felt like, you know, Tech was the one getting all the big plays, and, you know, we were battling back. Now, we're the ones that are getting all the big plays, and RBT is the one that's to scrap and fight and claw his way back into this one, but right now his offense is not showing us much. On 3rd down and 10, Kirk Cousins rolling out, playmakering LaDainian Tomlinson, who just gets the catch and the first down. Next play, he runs the same exact play, in fact, trying to let Magic strike twice, and once again, he playmakers LT, and once again, Tomlinson with the catch, and Tomlinson with the biggest play for RBT's offense in this game, and I guess he decided that he was going to run the same play once again, but it does not work, and he has to throw it away with Cousins. Late in this 3rd quarter, you want to score as soon as possible, hitting Tomlinson on the screen pass, and LT down the sidelines before finally being brought down by Dawkins and a couple other Giants right there. It's hard to bring down Tomlinson, though. Right there, McPhee did a pretty good job by himself. 2nd down and 10, back to the same play. Oh, I thought we had that one right there, but he squeezed it into Brandon Cooks anyways as he quarterback sneaks, trying to get it in, doesn't get it going. But he's at 2nd and goal to try again, but Kirk Cousins denied for the 2nd time in a row. So 3rd down, he runs it with LT, and he finally punches it in. Trying to stop someone at the 1-yard line 4 times in a row is damn near impossible, especially when you mix up the play calling and stuff like that. And I actually came out field goal block right there, which might not have been the best decision. So, and once again, though, I'm just experimenting with what we're doing in this game, just trying to have some fun with it as... Oh, Keenan Allen, come on, man. You gotta at least catch that one for me. That ends up being a drop, but on 2nd down and 10, Jay Ajayi almost gets us the first down, but 3rd down and 1 actually up comes at the start of the 4th quarter. We hit Zafarian Jenkins. Same play we ran the first play of the game. Hit it once again. And you guys can tell at this point, compared to when we played Bengal, I'm pretty familiar with this Texans playbook and what we can and cannot run as we run this pitch to Jay Ajayi. Really liking the single back bunch formation out of this playbook. You know, it gives us a lot of options to pitch it outside. The defense doesn't have any contain, or just go up the middle, maybe pass it as we come out a little bit more spread this time, hitting Mike Evans in the out route. But once again, it's 3rd and short. We run the QB sneak in, it's close, but thankfully we get the first down and we chew up a lot of clock right here. RBT needs a stop to get back into this game and this tournament, and right now we're doing him no favors by chewing up this clock and moving the ball. 2nd down and 2, pitch to Ajayi. One more time, Ajayi with the first down and some green ahead, but we stumble trying to protect the ball, falling down in the 11. That's not the worst thing in the world because it's going to help us chew up some more clock. He's not calling timeouts. We're calling an end around right here from Mike Evans. Goofy play. Having fun, maybe a little bit too much fun because it might cost us the game right here. Keep in mind, though, if we go 3-0, it definitely helps us out a lot in this tournament because that means we get seeded up against maybe a not-so-good player as opposed to going 2-1 and getting someone better. So, definitely still got to try to win this game. 3rd down and 6, we're going to get the dagger to Jesse James. Oh, we got some pressure off the edge. It looked like we had James right there. Would have been a first down, would have been the end of the game, but instead we kick the field goal, play it smart right here, and force his offense to go downfield in 34 seconds, which is something I don't believe that he can do on us because he hasn't really done it so far. So he's got to protect the deep ball right here. He doesn't really have any burners besides Brandon Cooks, so we're definitely going to watch him and send some pressure as well. He only has 1 timeout, so we could get a sack right here. That would be big. As 2nd down, he's going deep for, I believe, Meredith, and it ends up being incomplete. 3rd down and 10, 21 seconds left, looking screen or all over it, and he's forced to just throw an incompletion that stops the clock. 4th down, game on the line, looking to throw with Kirk Cousins, but just like Kirk Cousins, Redskins, at the end of the regular season last year, he throws an INT that's going to end their playoff hopes, and we just need this ball out and take our win. So good game to my man RBT. By the way, if you guys want to check out his channel, the link is in the description. He's got over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, mainly doing Madden gameplay, so you probably know who he is. If you don't, you definitely want to check my man out. He's definitely a good guy, stuff like that, so you know, you can check him out. He does some what-if videos, does some gameplays, some MUT, some draft champions, a little bit of everything. So, thankfully, we got the win right here. It felt like, you know, it was a game that we were never really in rhythm with because he had so much time of possession on us, but we were able to get the win nonetheless. So, we went 3-0 in group play. Pretty good, man. Better than I thought we'd do. Leave a like in the video if you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys for the round of 16 because we're definitely moving on with this record.